pass to Valanciunas. Lowry drawing the double team. Withy gets the bucket.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Dellavedova kicks to Miles. And George, here we go. Lets it go from deep. That's good for Miles on the assist by George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
2 minutes.
They set the screen. Ross on the wing. Takes the 13-footer, and he gets the jumper to drop. Ross has got 15 points in just the second half. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Now here's Freak, guarded by Harris.
Move the ball.
Now Freak. Now here's Ross. Outside Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Back to Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Ross. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Toronto.
And they could do no wrong today. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark's fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series, folks. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Pacers.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Valanciunas. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Hill dishes to Freak. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Miles, that's good.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
Warren kicks to Freak. Comes up empty down low. And he commits the intentional foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present Jonas Valanciunas. He didn't seem to need much time to warm up tonight. He made his first 4 shots in a row.
This guy is efficient. He don't believe in taking bad shots. He's all about the high-quality shots. It makes him a powerful presence.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
some behind-the-scenes bloopers. I don't know if we're allowed to do that. Update you on road to the finals. Vote on your most laughable plays of the season. And give you a chance to earn BC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? This week on 2K TV, we show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers. I don't know if we're allowed to do that. Update you on Vote on your most laughable plays of the season and give you a chance to earn BC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now. This week on NBA 2K TV, we'll show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers. We're allowed to do that. Update you on road to the finals. Vote on your most laughable plays of the season and give you a chance to earn BC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now. This week on NBA 2K TV, we show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers. We're allowed to do that. Update you on road to the finals. Vote on your most laughable plays of the season and give you a chance to earn BC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they have yet to play their best basketball this season, or at least they hope that's the case, because with a record of 1-5 out of the gate, they really need to improve. Now, if you want to see a stat sheet stuffer, you're going to want to keep your eyes on Freak in this one. He's been putting up a number of double-doubles in this recent outing, Shaq.
You know, Freak knows that he can do more than just be a scorer on this team. You know, he's a great passer. He's a great leader, especially for a young guy. He's looking for a shot. He's being active all the time, and he's really helping the others play at a high level, Ernie.
I haven't seen a guy like this come into the league in a long time, Ernie.
Stop it.
I'm serious. Not a guy
Stop
like
it.
this who has multiple ways to impact the game, Shaq.
Stop
Not
it.
just one way. He's exactly.
Oh, you called me a one? Boy, I will reach across the table and knock you out right now.
It's been a long time since you've been in the
But
league.
you said you just called
I said
me a
in a
one-way
long
player.
time I hadn't seen it. I didn't say I hadn't seen it before. I said I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Have you ever seen a spelling of Freak quite like that?
Yes, that's French, Ernie.
F-R-E-Q.
No, I thought it was more Brazilian.
Oh. Well, he is frequently a star, and you'll want to see him tonight.
He's freakish
That was
in his ways.
hilarious, wasn't it, Shaq?
That was pretty good.
Oh, that was outrageously funny.
That was pretty freakish, Ernie.
Oh, it was. Here's
I
Kevin
already
Harlan.
said freakish.
Oh.
You lose a point.
Amsterdam say Frisco say Switzerland say Sao Paulo say Joburg say Mexico
coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. They haven't started out with the success they had hoped for, but the season obviously is still very young.
You know, Kevin, this is a team that you would certainly not consider to be world beaters, but they certainly are better than what they've shown thus far. I mean, it'll be interesting to keep an eye on them the rest of the season because they've got the potential to make some improvement.
You know, they could be asleep. I mean, they've got their work cut out for them, especially after the disappointing start, but they're no pushovers. They may fly under the radar and surprise a few. Let's see how it plays out.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Young. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Brook Lopez. Young outside. Lopez a screen. It's rebounded by Indiana, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, foul trouble early on, I thought, set the tone in that game, and it just made it difficult for them to get over the hump.
Yeah, it really got them out of sync, and that hurt them big time. Forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they would have liked to.
Down low, and Young slams it home.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a moment. He told me they always have to be ready, especially against this team, because of their discipline and focus offensively. He said they can embarrass you if you're not attentive at the defensive end. We've got to stick to our principles and do all the little things at that end of the floor. Kevin, his team able to get the win in their last matchup. We'll see if they can get it done tonight.
And Doris, thank you so much. And guys, how do you view coach's strategy in terms of limiting those shooters?
Well, I think he knows how dangerous they can be if they get hot. So it's a sound approach. Defensively, though, they have to stick like glue to those guys.
That's absolutely essential. I mean, preventing high-quality shots has to be the highest priority, an absolute must.
Here's George. The rebound by Young.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The dish to Johnson. Young with no one around. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Freak with it. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Philadelphia. Off on the layup.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Lopez with the block. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Lukovsky. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Shoots from the elbow. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Lopez has got his first basket.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Lukovsky. Cannot hit, so Indiana will take it the other way. Here's Freak. No luck. Good D by Lopez.